Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you how to use the poinsettia as a cut blossom. Yes, this arrangement is not based upon a plant. It is individual blooms cut apart. Thank you to Koida. They had beautiful plants that became beautiful cut blossoms, so I could show you how to create this arrangement. The materials for this design are actually quite simple. In addition to any flowers and evergreens that you like, you need a vessel and a poinsettia plant. So any plant, pick the blooms you love the most. And then the vessel, I used a clay saucer with a birch bark sleeve that I just set around a glass vase that's filled all the way with wet foam. So the foam saturated with flower food, set it into the tray, and then just drop the bark over. That hides the ugly mechanics. Now I have a great reservoir to hold water, and it will hold so well, and the foam to support. I can go back, tuck in a little bit of sphagnum moss, so lock it into the tray. And then it's got little holes here and there. Just kind of tucking it in, adding more texture. A little bit right up here that I can add. So you can personalize the container so easily. To prepare the poinsettia, you want to clip it from the plant. Go as far down as you can to the very base of the stem, and then remove some of the leaves. Then you'll notice a white milky sap coming. So I give it a fresh cut, which allows more sap. Then singe that. Actually burn it over an open flame. What you're doing is searing the end so that the sap stays in, the moisture doesn't come out. Then you can set it into water, and it will hold so well, literally more than a week, sometimes 2 full weeks. So again, it's cut it from the plant, remove any extra leaves. So it's got a little rope, there we go, clip it out. Give it a little bit more of a cut, sear the end, let it singe completely, and then set it in water. While the poinsettias are hydrating, I go ahead and do my base foliage, giving it a cut. Some of the evergreen pine make it smell so wonderful, removing the lower needles and then scarring the edge to expose the bark, and then placing it down in. Bringing in some more. Again, removing the lower needles, scarring the end, and placing it in. Now this one I've got some cut ends showing, so I want to go back with something else, putting it over the top. You never want those cut ends to show. You want to hide those, conceal them. Maybe it's something coming from underneath. And then yet again, even over the top, some cedar. The cedar's from Teacher Beth's yard. Thank you, Teacher Beth, for bringing this in. Gives me some nice drapey looking foliage. Again, cutting the end, scarring it a bit, letting it drape through. Then a little bit of noble fir gives it some density, keeping that closer to the center because it's heavier. And then filling it in till I cover up all my mechanics. And then I also am going to add in just a bit of holly. This is in a variegated color, so beautiful, to add a little brightness to the design. I absolutely love red for the holidays, so I had to use the red poinsettias. And I want to make sure that it just explodes with red. So I'm going to take it even a step further and add really low, that's going to be underneath the poinsettia blooms, some red carnations to fill in the last of my mechanics, making sure that none of my foam will show. And then the poinsettias will come over the top, almost glowing from over the base of this. Now as I place them, they're already singed. I don't want to cut them again. If they're the wrong size, then I'd have to cut them and reburn them a second time. So make sure you don't cut them as you go to place them. Just set them in, find the perfect little spot, anchor them in deeply so that they can drink from the foam, Then I don't want it to be one-sided. So I'm going to go ahead and come in from the back as well, filling in. Then if I wanted, I can add sticks, balls, cones, ribbons, so many different things, but the base design is ready. To keep with the natural look, I'm just going to add red twig dogwood. This will bring the color, the reddish from the terracotta, up through the design, adding in the unity, and then also add drama because it's a little bigger, taller, and anytime you add size to a design, it becomes so much more valuable. So just adding them in, bringing up the height, the color, and more beauty. I want to say thank you to Koida for having the poinsettias available so early, well before Thanksgiving, so that I could film this. They make beautiful plants, yes, but I think they are even more fabulous as a cut blossom. And now you know how to do it. Just singe the ends and you can create a way. For more creative inspiration and yes, more poinsettia videos, check out our website, flowerschool.com. If you've got questions, you can reach us through the website or by telephone at 503-223-8089. And of course, you can always reach out to me through my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at floraldesigninstitute.com. Now it's your turn. Have fun and do something you love.